Salutations and welcome back to another video. I am Mr. Kindling and here we are today with Total War Warhammer 2. We will be playing as the High Elves and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it.
Who are the Asur? An enigma to men and dwarfs who know them as High Elves. At the center of the great ocean lies Ulthuan, a paradise created by the Old Ones. But when the stellar gates collapsed, demons flooded the mortal plane. All was lost until Anarion the Defender strode forth. The first Phoenix King vanquished the demons with the aid of the Archmage Calador Dragontamer. It was Calador and his elven mages who created the Great Vortex. A swirling maelstrom that siphoned the excess magic, withering demonkind. With the world purged of chaos, the elves took it upon themselves to become guardians and stewards. The twin-tailed comet is oft seen as an omen. But this time, its wake brought great peril.
The dragon with two tails flies lower than before. Its trail disturbs the vortex.
I have felt a change in the winds of magic.
Then write it, brother. Lead the mages of Safari. Bring all in the White Tower to bear if you must.
Such lore is currently beyond us.
I suggest a scrying ritual in the pool of Isha. It may provide us with the answer.
Such a ritual requires fragments of fallen waystones. Far more than we have.
Then we find more. Make ready your ritual, Lordmaster Talarian. You will have your fragments.
I shall start the search in Lustria.
Lustria?
My brother will search here, in Ulthuan.
Why do you care so much about the greater world?
Why do you not? Stay here, brother. Protect Ulthuan. But I venture beyond our borders.
And while you meddle in far-flung continents, I will ensure you have a home to return to.
Alright, I'll see you guys after this loading screen.
Fellow Asur, rally to my banner. Ulthuan is under attack, and the Great Vortex imperiled like never before. The Druki invade us in number. No doubt Malekith or his twisted crone of a mother have sensed weakness in the Vortex. Their attack is blatant. They come directly for the sea gates of Lofern. The seat of the Phoenix King must not fall. Finnobar has entrusted me to lead the counterattack. Join my cause, brave Asur, and together we shall overcome. The Druki cannot be allowed to despoil the sanctity of Ulthuan. Draw your weapons, and by Asurian's will shall we prevail.
Alright, welcome back.
Spies within the occupied cities suggest that the Druki are on the hunt for ancient scrolls of power. I am no sorcerer.
Alright, let me explain this game mode real quick. We are doing the Vortex campaign. Our objective here is to protect this Vortex, to strengthen it, and to keep others away from it. To do that, we need to collect these way fragments, and we collect way fragments by controlling settlements and capturing key settlements. other factions or other races would like to take control of this vortex as well, they have their own little different use for that. So our job here is to protect it and keep it for ourselves, obviously, because we are the ones who activated it in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my capital here, just try to get this all set up. For this video, I'm only going to capture the Straits of Lothran first, so these two cities, and then maybe I'll capture this this castle right here. So this will be the first video of Warhammer 2, and let's go ahead and capture our first city.
To victory.
Here we are at the battle screen. We're going to go ahead and fight this battle. Before we do that, actually, as you can see here, we have the balance of power. That means we do have the advantage here. If you take a look at my units, I have a Phoenix and Claw Bolt Thrower, as well as 2 Archers, 2 Spearmen, and Lord Tyrion. They have on the opposing side 2 Swordsmen, 1 Spearman, and 2 Dark Shards, which is just archers pretty much. So let's go ahead and fight this battle. And I'll see you guys after this loading screen. Hello and welcome back. We are on the deployment phase right now, so let's go ahead and set up our spearmen. They will be our front lines for this battle, and we'll put our archers closely behind them. We want to keep these guys protected and healthy. Alright, and then we'll put our claw bolt right behind the archers. So now we got a pretty basic formation here. Have our Phoenix off to the side a bit, and have Lord Tyrion lead the front lines. Now let's go ahead and take a preview of our army here. We have Lord Tyrion, our faction leader, our elven spearmen, and then our elven archers down here, and then the claw bolt thrower, and we cannot forget the Phoenix. The Phoenix plays a really crucial part at taking away their archers as well, as it also has a special ability that makes it bombard fire onto the ground below it, so that will become very useful when it comes to breaking the enemy's formation. Let's go ahead and start this battle, see what the enemy has to offer. So right now, as we can see here, they have their archers in front, probably to soak in some damage from that the claw thrower that's about to fire now. Here you can see the artillery doing its work, absolutely decimating the forces already. They have their swordsmen and spearmen behind the archers. I'm going to assume the archers are there for a meat shield, which is smart, but not smart at the same time, because the claw bolt thrower shoots multiple projectiles at once, so unlucky for them. We have our spearmen ready to go here. We're just waiting for the enemy to engage upon us. They're going to try to run as fast as they can to get out of that artillery fire range, but that's obviously not working out for them, as half of their forces are being decimated. We got some archers in range right here, tearing away at them. They don't have any shields to protect them, and it's just bombarding and raining down arrows. That's what I like to see. So far so good. We got these guys in a pretty good spot here. Their archers got into range of our spearmen, but that should not be a problem here. And let's go ahead and move our Phoenix into attack to make those archers don't come back to battle. While we're at it, we're also going to bombard. So here comes the Phoenix bombarding its fire, and that was a good shot as it took out a big chunk of the swordsman there. And here we are. Let's go ahead and engage these guys. Tyrion already engaged in combat, and here we are. We got a nice spear wall over here attacking these men. So far so good. Tyrion's in the fray of the battle, not afraid to dive right in the middle of it. And then we got his spearmen helping him out here, and the enemy's retreating while the Phoenix is dealing with the archers over here. Let's go ahead and have him do that. So far so good. Spearmen are currently having the advantage right now while the enemy's in full retreat. The bolt thrower will be taking out any retreating parties, as they are not getting away from this. And here we are, victory. Pretty simple victory. We didn't lose much men, and I'd call that a good game. Alright. So now we have this screen right here, our deployment screen. We've deployed 342 and only lost 16. With 326 remaining, they've deployed 406, lost 178. with only 228 remaining. Even though they had the number advantage by 60, we were able to cut their numbers down by 60 with our bolt thrower, therefore evening the playing field and using our superior archers here that have far more range than their dark shards, and we successfully beat them with only losing 16 men. I say that's pretty successful. Alright, we'll see you guys after this loading screen.
Testers be
And
praised.
here we go, we had a decisive victory here, and we're going to go ahead and get our loot from that battle, and then we have the option to raise, sack, loot, and occupy, or just occupy the city. We're going to go ahead and occupy it,
We
as
have
we want
captured
this
it.
part of our empire. So let's go ahead and give the necessary upgrades here. Let's go ahead and start generating some more income, elven craftsmen,
Shield against
and
the
then
darkness.
we'll recruit some more men.
Awaiting order.
Alright, let's go ahead and upgrade our Lord Tyrion here, and we'll go ahead and give him Route Marcher, as we have a long ways to go to get to the tower. So let's go ahead and end our turn here, and I'll see you guys next turn. Welcome back. We are now on turn 2. We will
Protect
begin our march on the tower.
Her servant.
So far what happened is just we recruited 3 new units, 2 spearmen and 1 archer. We're going to go ahead and recruit some more, as we're going to need a lot of units when it comes to taking this castle right here. So I'm going to go ahead and end the turn again. And here we go. We'll start our second battle here on the Tower of Lysine. When we capture this settlement, this would be the final settlement we need to hold this province.
Defender of
Let's go ahead and move our troops in.
Orion.
As you can see
They
here, we have
must
the clear
die.
advantage in numbers here, so this should be a cakewalk. We're going to go ahead and fight this battle,
Bring me battle.
and I'll see you at the deployment phase. And welcome back. I went ahead and took the privilege to set up our army already. Right now we have 2 attacking flanks. We have one over here with 2 spearmen, 2 archers, as well as the phoenix and artillery strategically facing over here, so they have a clear shot at anything they need to without having friendly forces getting in the way. Next we have our main flank here. This will be the one taking most of the hits from the enemy. We have Lord Tyrion here leading these spearmen into battle. We have 3 spearmen and 3 archers behind them, and our Great Phoenix will be over here standing watch, looking for a good opening to go attack. So let's go ahead and start the battle here. So far we have their enemy, obviously small in numbers, so this should be a pretty quick, pretty easy victory. Our artillery should be, whoops, I forgot to change our artillery to firing multiple shots. So it looks like they just fired 3 focused rounds and killed 2 of them so far. Hopefully the next shots will be more effective. So as the enemy approaches, we have our archers in range to fire upon them, as our artillery decimates their formations, and our second flank's archers have locked on, and we have all of our archers firing, as well as our artillery. This should be a pretty easy fight. Maybe they won't even make it to the front lines. Let's go ahead and send our eagle in, or our phoenix. My apologies. And as it flies over their spearmen, it seems like we can unleash hell on them. And that completely destroyed their formation. They have to regroup before they can even engage on our spearmen here. It looks like they're aiming for our claw thrower, which they won't even make it there as they are retreating. They didn't even touch our spearmen. They are running away. They are fleeing. They didn't even manage to get 1 kill out of this entire engagement. Alright, well that was a pretty easy victory here. As we can see here, we have 0 losses. Well, they lost a quarter of their men. So I must say this was a pretty successful engagement. I'll see you guys after the loading screen.
Monsieur have triumphed.
Welcome back. Through our successful victory, we have taken the last settlement we
have
need in
captured
order to have this province to ourselves. So we're going to go ahead and issue our first commandment here. I believe we should aim for growth and construction cost, as that will become important later on. Let's go ahead and delete the militia camp out of the Lutheran
Shield against the
and
darkness.
recruit some more men. Let's go ahead and recruit another lord here, as we're going to have to rush that Shrine of Assyrian over there before that faction tries to take it.
Prince of Ulthuan.
Alright, let's go ahead and engage in diplomacy first before we start making any more moves. It's best to get our trade routes up and running before we even get the resources for it.
Well-chosen words and fine wine are the marks
Maybe we can
of
get some money out of these guys.
As you say. Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
You are no friend of the Phoenix Court,
Oh,
traveler.
I guess we're not friends with these guys. Okay.
I'm waiting. Your wit and wisdom will be a welcome distraction. Sit, please. No. How wise.
Lord of the Phoenix Court. Well-chosen words and fine wine are the very well.
Cruel and deadly.
I'm listening.
Speak. Your word shall reach the Phoenix Throne. I will see to it.
Alright, so our faction's special ability here is being able to see other trade partners' territories. So since we're at trade with these guys, we can see their entire territory, their armies, where they're at, and who is currently invading them. So that will be really helpful as we plan our next moves. So we're going to go ahead and end our turn here. Our next target will be Angriel. Well, first we gotta upgrade Tyrion here. Let's go ahead and give him that perk, and catch you guys next turn. Alright, welcome back. We have a little change of plans here. We have a little army approaching on the Glittering Tower. They're probably not going to attack Lothran, as it is too well defended and they wouldn't even get past the gates. So let's go ahead and get our buildings out of the way here before we start thinking of any plan. Alright, so
Protector of the Everqueen.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send Tyrion over here as he's leaving Angriela unguarded. I might as well intercept that, and I wouldn't mind sacrificing Glittering Tower for Angriel. So let's hope he goes in for the bait, or even better, he attacks Tyrion, which will be his demise, obviously. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. As I thought, he's going to attack Lord Tyrion. Seems to here on the balance of power, it seems a little even, but I can guarantee you this battle should be a pretty easy one. He's got a lot of melee units, but I can complement that with a lot of archers here, and our claw thrower, or a bolt thrower, I mean, as well as the Phoenix. This should be a pretty easy fight, and we'll see how we defeat it. I'll see you guys at the deployment phase. Hello and welcome back. I've taken the liberty to set up our army. We're gonna choose one big flank today. We're gonna have a big line of spearmen, archers behind it, and our eagle claw bolt throwers up in the back. Phoenix right here. Lord Tyrion, as always, leading the spearmen. This is a beautiful map, actually. I've never fought in this map before. Very nice. This looks absolutely stunning. There's some castles up in the horizon there, and a stunning map. Very beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and start this battle here. Our enemy is off to the far corner as we take this hilltop advantage right here. I forgot to group the units. I'm actually going to go ahead and readjust them so that every force is facing the enemy.
Onward!
Maybe even move my bolt throwers a little farther back and give my spearmen more of a hill advantage.
Striking forth!
Oh, I think this will work right here.
Advance!
Alright, so now we have the enemy here. They've come in bigger numbers and they've taken a nice, pretty formation actually. I'm quite impressed with this AI. They have one flank over here. Seems like it has a mixture of bleak swords and dread spears. And then we have the other flank, which has the same force makeup. And then their main flank, which contains dread spears and black arc corsairs. And then they have their hand bows as well as spearmen in the back. That's smart on their part, considering I do have a phoenix that can take out their hand bows at any time. And then they have their leader here. Let's go ahead and get a nice look at these. Now they're in full sprint. My artillery probably got to have a lock on them. So let's see how this battle turns out. They've got a pretty nice formation going on. They can probably interlope onto mine, but I do have hilltop advantage here, which means their forces will fatigue at a higher rate than mine will. Also, I get a combat advantage. So we'll see how this battle plays out. Our artillery is almost in range. As we have over here, we have Lord Tyrion ready for this fight. His wall of spearmen right behind him, ready to defend their home. Our artillery should be taking, shots right now. Seems like we're going to hit their bleak swords, or their black arc corsairs, which is a good choice considering they do a lot of damage when it comes to melee attacks. Yeah, it looks like they're putting all their firepower onto this. I won't complain. As the enemy come nearer, our archers will take their shots now. And let's see if our opponents here will make it up the hill. So far, their corsairs aren't even going to approach the hill. They are done and they are running, which is very good for us. We have two of their flanks coming in from both sides. They've got us pretty good stretched out. So I'm going to go ahead and pause up here and give my units their orders prematurely. So we're probably going to have to complement these with 3 as well. Not the best tactic, but I believe if we create some sort of hole here, we can just have our archers fire upon them, and we can just engage one flank into here, Lord Tyrion onto the other, and then have our Phoenix on standby for now. Actually, I'm going to fly it over here. I'm not going to have it attack anybody. I just want to get some wick of fire shots on the ground. So here are my spearmen. They are moving. Archers are still in position. I'm going to go ahead and guard these guys' flanks right here. Forgot to drop it. Alright, that was a pretty good shot. I'm going to go ahead and curve back around. Alrighty, our Griffin, or not our Griffin, our flanks seem to be holding up. We've won the engagement over here, so we're going to go ahead and send our troops in to attack from behind. This flank, on the other hand, is a little bit more spread out. Not as successful as the one over here, but I'm going to go ahead and change that and send some supporting units over here while our light target our archers onto the hand bows. And we have Lord Tyrion all by himself engaging on these units right here. Let's send our Phoenix to help him out, and perhaps engage Lord Tyrion onto their lord. That might be the smartest tactic here. And we'll see how this battle plays out. So here we have our spearmen. We are going to engage to the sides of the enemy spearmen right here, almost directly behind them. So that will make quick work of this flank over here as our archers rain down more arrows as they retreat. Our Clobot throwers are attacking their swordsmen even more. They're going for Tyrion, which is smart on their part. They're trying to protect their lord here, but Tyrion is too strong for them. Where's that Phoenix at? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and send our Phoenix in to help out Tyrion. No, Tyrion doesn't need it. Alright.
Defender of Ulthuan.
We're gonna send in Tyrion to chase their hero, and our archers to attack here. Looks like our flanks are holding up right here. Currently, I believe they are winning, as we got them from all sides. Let's go check up on these over here. These guys are in full retreat.
For duty.
They're going to need some help here.
Steel. Understood.
Our Phoenix is taking some heavy hits here. They're retreating even more. Very nice hit by the artillery. Perfect hit. Almost missed our troops. Or just about hit our troops, I mean. I want to go ahead and flank these spearmen from behind, get them out of the way here. This should be the last engagement flank for our melee. Yep, they're in full retreat now, and here we have it, victory. We've decimated their forces. I'd say this was a pretty good engagement. As you can see here, we've deployed over 1,000, so as the enemy only lost 91, while they lost 570. I say this was a pretty nice engagement here. We've successfully defended against Arathar's army, and we've successfully won. Alright, well that was a successful battle here. I'm going to go ahead and force labor their troops so mine can replenish health.
The gods are pleased.
And we're going to go ahead and wait for this turn to end. Lastly, we will chase down his army and finish what he tried starting.
I lust for battle.
Here we go. Easy victory. Go ahead and force labor their troops again. Get some replenishment going. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Next video, we will capture this city right here, as well as the Shrine of Assyrian, and hopefully start expanding westward to try to get some more way fragments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next video.